Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you if you're still here watching and you didn't leave after the Rampage segment. I really appreciate that because there's more cool gameplay coming to you right now. And I'm joined by more special guests, singular, plural, or whatever you want to call it, right here, singular person. We're playing a game called Ovwrland. If you want to introduce yourself, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Adam Salzman. I'm an independent game designer. My wife and I run a company based in Austin called Finji. We make games internally. We also publish games for friends. We're publishing a kind of hype game called Night in the Woods. And we're also building this game, Ovwrland.
Ovwrland, okay. So what can you tell me about this before we even hop into anything, if you want to?
Our elevator pitch for gamers is usually something like XCOM meets Oregon Trail.
I like that already.
It's pretty good. It's kind of like, in some ways, it's an excuse for me to put like all the things that I like into one game, but try to do it in a way where it's not just constant noise.
Yeah, that's the best kind of game where you're just like, what would I do if I can make a game? And except you can actually do that.
Yeah, kind of. And they're like, you still have to cut things. There's been a couple of things where we're like, oh, this is so good, but we cannot put it in here. It's not right.
Not right?
Yeah, sometimes
it's your game.
Sometimes it's still not right. It was my game. Now it's like its own thing.
Oh.
It's weird. It tells me what it wants and doesn't want now, and I just have to be like, okay.
So the game talks to you, and like you just say, okay, I guess we'll.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Weird. All right, so
show me the good stuff.
This is exciting. So this level, just the first thing we're going to see is our new sort of little tutorial area, and this is our first little tutorial level. And I just downloaded all of the assets for this level on my cell phone while we were setting up the booth yesterday, so I'm like really excited that it actually works.
Did the game tell you to do that, or was that you?
That was me and my art director.
Okay.
She couldn't be here today. Her name's Heather Penn. She's really awesome. All right, so we have a dog friend here. So we're like on a road trip. We're trying to get to the west coast of the U.S., and we're on the east coast right now, and we don't have anything.
Is there a certain location on the East Coast, or it's just like the East Coast?
We're just somewhere on the East Coast right now.
Okay.
This is Luce. She doesn't really have any special anythings, and this is a dog.
I saw it go woof woof.
Yeah.
That gave me the.
That's our. Yeah. We have really strong temporary speech pop-ups for the dog right now, which like in the game industry, those pop-ups from characters are called barks. That's what they call, like in Call of Duty, all the stuff where they're like, go for cover, or whatever. Yeah. Like in audio design, those are called barks. But we actually wrote barks for our dog.
I didn't know that was like an insider information thing. That feels cool. I know that now. So how many barks would you say that Tara looks like her name is?
Yeah, the dog, the barks for the dog, we're probably gonna have to swap out for real sounds at some point. But each of the different character personalities have about 200.
Oh, wow.
Individual things they can say right now.
So what are we doing right here? What's our objective?
So right now, we basically have nothing. There's me, there's Tara the dog, there's Luce, who's just in trouble here, and we're trying to get a car and some fuel and get on the road.
Sure. Let's get to the West Coast.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. And the dog's actually pretty useful. The dog doesn't can't use items, but it can still search for and carry items around, which is pretty
cute.
Handy. It is pretty cute.
That's adorable.
So we can fill up this thing. We actually need to get back out of here.
Now, can a dog just carry like just about anything you can grab?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a strong dog.
We get pretty tough.
Now, you said get to the West Coast. Is there a reason? Can we explore that?
We're not saying a lot about that yet, except that that's kind of where things started to go wrong in the first place.
Okay.
And so the closer you get to the West Coast, the weirder things are going to get.
I like that. Yeah.
So I'm just grabbing the last of the fuel here. We don't want to leave anything behind if we can help it.
Just grabbing everything you can and then putting it in the vehicle. Okay.
And now there's like a creature down here. This thing kind of crawled up through the ground. When we push that dumpster out of the way, it makes kind of a noise, and the creature climbs out of the ground in response to the sound. So we're just trying to get out of here now.
You don't want to interact with that creature? Is that a bad idea?
Yeah, we don't really have anything. The dog can't even do anything. So
the dog's energetic. That's all that matters right now, it seems like.
Some of the dogs can bite monsters, which is handy.
Some of the dogs?
Some of the dogs.
So there's more than one dog?
Yeah, all the characters. So everything in this game is randomly generated. This level isn't. But every tactical encounter and strategy encounter in the whole game is a randomly generated thing. So here we're transitioning out of the East Coast into the woodlands for the sake of this demo.
And those are levels, I'm guessing, right there, the splits in the map?
Yeah, those are kind of the different areas of the game as you move west and things get progressively stranger and stranger. And so here we're in our first kind of like tutorial zone, and we have a strategic choice on the map here. We can choose to get more fuel, but we kind of have a lot of fuel, or we can go try to get some supplies.
Okay, there's the Oregon Trail influence right there as well.
Yeah.
Is there like an Easter egg where you can die of dysentery, or is that not a thing?
Not yet. Tempting, but it's not in yet.
Or is the game going to tell you no?
I don't know. It's weird. It's tolerant of surprising things sometimes.
Now, can I, if I'm not a fan of the dog that I see, can I just like change it and get a different dog, a Dalmatian or something, or a Shar-Pei?
We actually it required a surprisingly large amount of work, but the dog animations can be retargeted to different sizes of dog now. That's actually a thing that we worked on putting in.
I like that. So this area right here, what we're doing, we have our car.
So
we
I
have fuel.
actually kind of bypassed a lot of the tutorial area because the level of excitement for somebody who's played the game a lot is not that high. There's enough gas in that first area to skip right to what passes for a boss level in Ovwrland, which is what we call a roadblock. It's the only level in the game where you can't just peel out and get out of there. If you don't like the looks of things, you have to get out and clear the road somehow.
Yeah, I saw Luz say, "Is that a rock?" Like question mark.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm wondering, is it a rock?
She found a rock. She threw it at that monster.
Well, that's not very nice.
Not super nice. There's another monster there. We're gonna bite him in the face. Oh, we can't bite him in the face. This dog is useless.
Right? See, if you had a Shar-Pei.
Right.
So now what happens then? Are you done? Is this a wrap? Is this not good?
I think this is okay because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move down here.
I like the strategic element you're saying out loud.
Yeah, and so there's a bunch of different options here. I can spend a couple of action points to get Tara out of the car and get a stick here out of the dumpster.
Now, how many action points do I have each turn?
Most characters have 2. Once Tara gets to know us a little better, her energetic trait is going to unlock.
Okay.
And she'll have 3 actions per turn. Then.
Okay. That's cool. Progression
so
system.
That'll be helpful for going out scouting, picking up items, searching these different containers, stuff like that. Can't really do much with that stick. We're probably just going to leave it on the ground because Luce might be able to use it. We're just going to hop back in the car.
So as of right now, you have no way to defend yourself. Like the rock that you once had is out of your hand because you threw it.
Yeah, I already threw that. The stick would be helpful. And then there's some other items later, in like axe, stuff like that. That's pretty handy. But we have to put some work in to actually go find those things and make them part of our plan.
Oh, so you're doing the route of like just getting stuff out of the way and hopping back in the car.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try. All right, I'm going to put gas in here, and options are limited with this dog.
Now, this is really cool. Now, is it like Oregon Trail in the way where I should expect to not even make it in my first few tries?
I have seen people lose on that intro tutorial screen before.
They probably touched that little rock thing you're not supposed to.
Yeah, and things kind of tend to cascade. Usually in this game, when things start to go wrong, they go more and more wrong faster.
Oh, it's like Walking Dead. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, and your car has a little path that it can go through. Okay.
Yeah, we just damaged the car. We rammed the guy out of the way, but the car took damage. But I think we can still escape.
And then you can go like to the little shops in between the stages to repair your car?
No, we have to actually scavenge for tools and actually repair the car.
Nice. Can you get a better car later, or is that the one like you said?
Yeah, there's
generated?
5 or 6 different vehicles.
Okay.
And they each kind of have different stats. Some of them can take off-road detours. Some of them can't. Some of them hold more people or less. Some of them have
more people, so you can get friends later on.
Yeah, we're going to meet other people along the way who are other randomly generated characters, different appearance. We can actually drive out here and meet one real quick.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to use up almost all of our fuel. This is like not a super strong play strategically.
That's fine. I think I believe
we are
in
out
you.
of gas. That's okay.
It's okay.
We can pull it on fumes.
It's only day 1. You're doing great.
Yeah,
what's worth it to happen?
There's a day-night cycle that runs in the background, so it's going to keep track of how much time has passed, stuff like that. We have some random weather events as well.
Does the weather play a role in the game?
Yeah, the weather is actually, the time of day isn't systemic right now, but the weather is. So wind will cause fires to only spread in a certain direction, and they'll be able to jump. Normally this barrel here won't spread, but if it's windy, it will. And rain will cause fires to go out more quickly, stuff like that.
Okay, I like that. I see Homeboy down there kind of chilling with his bulletproof vest, it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to send Tara
Jokes.
can go out and say hi, I think. Oh, Manuel. Okay.
Oh, so that, just like that, we're interacting. Now we're friends.
Well, we got to invite him to the party.
It's just like real
Let
life.
him know that he's welcome. And now, now we can control him.
This is like the jogger trick. When you want to meet friends at the park, you like send your dog over to like go nibble with them, they come back. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. I can see the influences.
This guy's got a lighter, which is handy.
You just set fire to the land.
Anything that's flammable, we can light on fire.
Which it looks like most of the world.
In the grass, so this is the Great Plains, which is kind of the second main area, and There's a lot of fire-based mechanics there. Each area of the game has some really distinct environmental things going on.
Those are good gameplay. So how many areas were total on the map? I didn't see all of them.
Yeah, we haven't announced yet, but 6 or 7.
Okay,
like
and when's it come out?
We are releasing a few keys this month, and then it's going to be out in various forms of early access throughout the year.
Okay, well, we got to call it then, but we're going to find out really quickly. Where can you get more information?
Just go to finji.co.
Okay. And
everything's on there.
Perfect, finji.co. Well, thanks, man. Really appreciate that.
Thank
Game
you.
looks sweet. Stay tuned for more stuff here at PAX South. A lot of good stuff happening. A lot of more good games. Stay tuned.